Los Angeles, California, January 12. Wide receiver Amari Cooper. Photo by Kevork Djansezian, Getty Images. This year, the Dallas Cowboys won't have a pick in the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft due to a trade they made 7 games into the 2018 season. After mistakenly thinking they could go into the year without an O.1 receiver, the front office admitted their error and gave up their top pick in this draft for Amari Cooper. When the trade was made, Dallas was just 3-4 and it looked as though they gave up a premium pick for the former Oakland Raiders wideout. Then Cooper transformed the offense and they were 7-2 with him on the roster. His effect on the team was felt far beyond his 53 receptions for 725 yards and 6 touchdowns. Having that go-to receiver opened things up for everyone else. Dak Prescott looked more comfortable, Ezekiel Elliott ran with fewer men in the box and the rest of the pass catchers had more room to operate. In short, the Cowboys have already know what they will get for their first pick this season, which ended up being a late selection in the opening round. While it is good to know Cooper is working out for them, they do need to make sure to hit on some of their later picks this season to keep improving the team. That's always a goal for every team, but even more important when there is no top 32 selection. For the Cowboys, here are 5 players who could be late-round sleepers that will help them make the most out of this 2019 NFL Draft. Page 2 Minneapolis, September 16, Kobe McCrary. Photo by Hannah Fosline, Getty Images. The Cowboys usually do tip their hand when it comes to players on their 30 allotted pre-draft visits. While they don't only draft players who come on these visits, they do typically lean that way. This season a few names stick out as potential early picks. From safety Taylor Rapp to defensive tackle Gerald Willis, Dallas is intent on filling their biggest needs. However, those needs don't end at safety and defensive tackle. More from NFL Spin Zone. Besides those 2 positions, Dallas is also in need of help at linebacker. This area of concern isn't near as pressing, considering the top 3 players at the position are all Pro Bowl caliber players. Right now, Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, and Sean Lee are the premier linebackers in Big D. Beyond that, there are some questions, mainly at the Sam linebacker spot where the team's official website doesn't even have a starter listed. Justin March Lillard and Chris Covington could battle for the spot, or maybe Joe Thomas could slide over and fill in. Or, they could add a player in the draft to compete as well, and one possibility is one of their top 30 visits, Darius Harris. The Middle Tennessee linebacker is listed at 6'2" and 238 pounds. He had a nose for the football during his NCAA career while also being effective when asked to rush the passer. In 2018, Harris had 97 tackles, 12 for a loss, and 5 sacks. He would likely be around late on the final day of the draft but has a lot to like about his game. Page 3 Columbia, September 23, Jake Bentley. Photo by Streeter Letska, Getty Images. After coming to terms with defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, the Cowboys are ready to start more negotiations. While ending that dispute was huge, it doesn't mean they're able to just start focusing on the future. That's because there are many other players needing new contracts. The biggest names include quarterback Dak Prescott, running back Ezekiel Elliott, wide receiver Amari Cooper, linebacker Jalen Smith, and cornerback Byron Jones. Signing all of them may not be possible, and if it does happen, the boys will lose some important starters they like a lot. One such player could be a right tackle La'el Collins. Currently counting $9.925 million against the cap according to OverTheCap.com, Collins is one of the highest paid players on the team. He's also in the final year of a 2-year extension signed in 2017. With his salary already being so high, he could be on the way out after this season. If he is, the likely replacement is Cameron Fleming, who just signed a 2-year contract of his own. The problem there is they don't know how Fleming would do as a full-time starter, and they wouldn't have a swing tackle. That's where someone like Dennis Daly comes in. A former junior college transfer, Daly started at left tackle for 2 seasons with South Carolina and had mixed results. He struggled a lot but started to come on strong as the season ended. His inconsistent tape could lead to him sitting around until day 3, but he has starter qualities that could be coached out of him. Page 4. Use your arrows to browse one player who has caught the attention of the Cowboys, among other teams as of late, is defensive tackle Jan Kaminsky. He played at the University of Charleston in West Virginia, which hurts his draft stock some considering the level of talent he played against. Still, he did all he could to make a name for himself at the small school and ended up being named the 2018 Mountain East Defensive Player of the Year after registering 73 tackles, 23 for a loss, and 6.5 sacks. He still has some doubters, which include Lance Zierlein of NFL.com, who thinks his NFL options are limited unless he can improve as a pass rusher. The one-time option quarterback should be able to impress with his athletic testing during postseason workouts, but he still needs to keep adding play strength to be ready to handle NFL offensive linemen. Kaminsky is built like a 3-4 defensive end and flashes potential to handle those types of run duties down the road. However, without more threat as a pass rusher, his NFL potential could be limited. Measuring in at 6'5" and 286 pounds, it's not just a 3-4 defensive end position he's built for. He could be the perfect fit as a 3-technique defensive tackle for the Cowboys. He has a great blend of speed and strength and could prove to be a problem for anyone trying to block him in the interior of the line. Use your arrows.